chat to say hi to YouTube. Let's watch kids being dumb. Spoiled kid gets humbled by father. Oh, have you guys seen this video? I am wondering if they're gonna have the video here, if it's just the picture. It's so funny. That little shit on the left there keeps trying to blow the candles from the other kid, and the dad just keeps putting that plate in front of it.
Hey mom, can I have an apple? No, it's an onion. It's an apple. Okay, if you insist.
Bruh, you just idiot! Well, you know, if they like it, that's fine.
Eat it. Spoiled kid gets humbled by father.
Oh, they didn't have the video, it was just a picture. He tried doing that like 3 times, and the dad just kept blocking it. What a giga Chad. What a giga Chad, dad.
Let your brother blow his candles out. Shaved my beard off for the first time in 10 years. My kids were super excited about it. When dad spends hours building the ship for son to destroy it.
Oh, man.
My 8-year-old asked me where Mississippi was. I told him to Google it. Mississippi.
Mississippi!
My niece really just had her 8th birthday at Target. She's obsessed. Sometimes I pause the game to let my runner catch a breath. My 8-year-old cousin. Kick me again when I'm sleeping, and I'll just cover you in more sand. Baby sees his dad in his new haircut. When I was 13, I watched Not Safe for Work on the family computer, and I couldn't figure out how to delete history. Long story short, I poured 6 cups of water on it. Parent signature, mum, intellect. My almost 3-year-old daughter found our Ouija board and has been using it to practice her ABCs.
No.
No way, has my kid been eating sponge? My little sister found out one of her Pokemon cards was fake, but instead of throwing it away, she decided eating it was the best way to get rid of it.
They just eat anything.
My daughter thought this was her. Bonus, my son in the background. Not
I am more interested in the background there. That is self-love, chat.
Not eating the edges of already crustless bread. I used to hate the crust as a kid. When I was 11, I didn't know the difference between a veteran and a veterinarian, and I thanked the lady who put down my dog for her service. Little kids are so creepy. Example, I have a student who kisses me on the arm every day and whispers, "There, now you'll live until tomorrow." And one day he didn't kiss me, and when he came to school the next morning, he looked genuinely surprised to see me alive. This morning my son said his ear hurts, and I said inside or outside. So he walks out the front door, comes back in and says both. Moments like this got me wondering if I'm saving too much up for college. My 10-year-old has just learned the phrase cranking the hog. He doesn't know what it means, so he uses it to mean what's up. Like,
oh no, man.
Yesterday I was cooking. How's it going, Dad? Cranking the old hog? I love this for my family. There can be only one. He's really sitting here watching the TV, like he didn't just use the whole thing of Vaseline in his head.
What?
Trying to eat a cracker. You have to take the mask off, Spider-Man. A true hide-and-seek legend. My kid's favorite place in the world, the dog cage. Took the snack pack away from my daughter so we could get a nice picture. I tricked a 4-year-old into not wanting my Nutella by calling it hazelnut butter.
That is a good strat.
Evil. My 2-year-old, I want the chocolate banana.
Oh my god, oh man. Well, you can... he could learn a lesson here.
Yeah, but it isn't chocolate. Can we all just take a moment to appreciate how awesome my niece is hiding?
She's trying her best.
Found my camera on the floor and asked my kid if he'd been fiddling with it. No, of course not, Daddy. This reminds me of when I took my young daughters to the Ohio River to watch submarines race. Okay, it's so easy to fool kids but fun. Looking for a way to keep your kids still? Buy them glow-in-the-dark pajamas. Tell them they have to lie really still under the light to charge them. Nothing like getting busted trying to sneak your son into a museum as an infant. Museum. Is he under 2? Me. Yes, he is, my son. I'm 4.
Oh my god. Classic.
I've done this before. When my daughter was 3, I told her to stop trying to draw on the dog with crayons. She threw the crayon on the floor, looked me dead in the eye and yelled, "Dad, you're ruining my life." My son thinks he's hilarious. Told him to stack the dishes in the sink.
Damn.
Fun fact. As a kid, I made a custom shirt by taping a piece of paper to a normal shirt. I didn't know what to put, so I just wrote my shirt. I didn't know there was an orange shirt, so I just wrote my shirt.
Oh no.
My My 12-year-old son got annoyed at a video game. My son's school was having issues with messy bathrooms, so every month they reward the boys or girls with ice cream depending on whose bathrooms are cleaner. And according to my son, it's become a prank war.
That's what happens, right? It's like in Dispatch, you know? You try to reward who's doing better. They are not gonna try to do better. They're gonna make sure that the other one is doing worse. These things don't work, man.
But they just mess up each other's bathrooms. Graham, give the phone to dad. No, my son kept saying he wanted brownies. So I baked brownies and he was still crying saying, no, I want the white brownies. I had to call my husband and ask what he meant. The whole time he meant hash browns.
Oh my god. Hash browns. White brownies.
Kid, play close attention. Places ball under blue bowl and shuffles bowls. Which bowl is the ball under? I believed for an unbelievably long time that Washington, D.C. stood for Washington Decapital. I wasn't the sharpest child in the shed. Why my kid is crying? I took the toast off her head. My kid was playing workshop while I fixed the garage door yesterday. Super glad I checked my shoe before putting it on. The Easter Bunny scared the hell out of my son in daycare. The problem, my daughter won't stop climbing on the fireplace. Observation, my daughter hates Elmo. Solution, I made a toddler scarecrow.
Smart. My niece is deadly scared of Santa. We can't have any Santa things when it's near Christmas because she's just deadly scared of it.
Children ages 3 to 5 are truly something else. I'm a tour guide and at one point on my tour, I ask if anyone has any questions. And today, a girl immediately yells out, have you ever killed someone? And are the bodies in the walls? I'ma beat my son's butt. Why would he do this? All about my mum. She is 25 years old. Her hair is a wig. She keeps dropping her fork. My kid looking over my shoulder as I sign an email. Kid, you're not a doctor. Me. Yes, I am. What do you think I was studying all the time for when you were little? Oh, I just thought you liked reading books and crying. My 4-year-old brother told me he was scared to grow up and cried for like 10 minutes straight.
Me too. That's me still. I still do that. I fully understand, man. This little guy is just 4 and he's already terrified of adulthood.
Finally, I asked him why he was so scared, and he said he was scared of drinking coffee. Coffee. My kid as a toddler invented the word next today because she knew yesterday and next, but not tomorrow.
It makes sense. Nexterday, I can see it.
My son used to say slashlight, which I think is a refined weapon used by a Jedi Knight for a more civilized time. My 5-year-old can't drive her pretend car because she can't find her driver's license that she's made out of cardboard. She's stressing because she doesn't know how she's going to take her babies to the park. Her pretend play is too real. I'm stressing with her. What is the dumbest thing you believed as a child? I thought Michael Jackson has to stop whatever he's doing and sing when I played his CD. As a result, I never played it at night to give him some family time.
Oh, that's so considerate.
My 6-year-old left me a few cookies. This is some real stuff if I've ever seen it.
Oh my, ew, bro, why?
My 7-year-old staring at my face. Me, what is it, sweetie? My 7-year-old, is my nose weird too? Kids are delightful. My daughter's elementary school emailed this photo so parents can claim lost glasses. The school only has 190 students.
Ooh, why is there so many lost glasses?
A picture of me when I was 9 or 10 on my rising 2nd grader's homework. What would you like to see in our next exhibit? Draw your ideas and add them to our wall. A milkshake. Garrett Buzzard, guess his favorite video game. My toddler baby is watching a storm out the front window. She says, quiet, quiet, kaboom coming. Huge crack of thunder, she whispers. I did it. When I grow up, I want to be a mailbox. My son lost
A mailbox. Believe in your dreams. One day, maybe you will become a mailbox.
his cello. A whole cello which is as big as him. Do you know how big a cello is?
Yes.
How do you lose a cello? I need answers. I don't understand what's happening. This mother is about to resort to violins. As a mother, this is hands down the most beautiful Valentine's Day card I could ever get. I don't care. Let me in. Let me in. I want to smell your poop.
Oh my god, chat, this is you? That's you here, chat. Ew, brother. Ew.
Apparently my kid got in trouble today for packing a toaster in his backpack and pulling it out at lunch to make Pop-Tarts for his class.
Oh wait, he packed a toaster. I read it wrong. I thought he packed a toast. I was like, what's the problem with toast? He packed a toaster. That is hilarious. You know, I appreciate it. He wanted to make Pop-Tarts for everyone. Look at this Giga Chad.
My 1.5-year-old breaking down because I won't allow him to eat the diaper rash cream before bedtime. I was arguing with my husband and my son screamed, "Yay, 2 Christmases!" from the other side of the room. My son just told me that he loves the new toy trucks they got at daycare. They are his toy trucks. We donated them because he refused to play with them, punching myself in the balls until I'm famous, day 4.
What?
Every guy randomly in the middle of the day. I felt a great disturbance in the force. So my kids have a Shrek mask. They play a game named Hide and Shrek. It's like hide and seek.
Hide and Shrek! I love that.
Except the seeker is Shrek, and when he finds them, he yells, "Get out my swamp!" and chases them. As the seeker is moving through the house, he quietly sings All-Star.
I love that. That's beautiful.
My literal 7-year-old daughter answering a philosophical question for schoolwork. In your own words, what do you think Michael Jordan means? I think Michael Jordan means a name because Michael is a name. When I was 6, I learned how to open the child safety latch on the cabinet where my parents kept all the cleaning supplies after a long time of trying to figure out how it worked. Lucky for me, I was too excited opening and closing the cabinet repeatedly to poison myself. My son didn't want to be a tiger or a superhero. He wanted to be a traffic light.
Oh, so cute.
My kids have had 2 fished and named them Dave and Dave. I asked them how they can tell them apart, and my youngest son said, "One of them is Scottish, so you pronounce his name differently." I mean, what do you say to that? Father's Day message. Kids, please don't rush things. We all love you, so always remember that, even when you're dead. Why I hate commercial planes. Mum throws dream party for personal injury lawyer obsessed toddler. This is honest to God one of the funniest things I've seen. The idea of giving a baby a theme party based on a local personal injury attorney is something I'm so jealous of. I don't know how to properly put it into words. My toddler has drawn on the walls several times. The first time when he went down for a nap, I painted. What does he say when he wakes up and sees my handiwork? What? I just drew on these walls. My 2-year-old and 4-year-old have been communicating via walkie-talkies for 20 minutes. They're in the same room. The walkie-talkies have no batteries. Over. Jumping over my phone on my dirt bike. Almost 2-year-old for sale. He's been crying for 10 minutes because he can't get in the oven with all the cornbread.
No, let me in with the food.
Entertaining all offers. When I was a kid, I thought only smart people wore glasses. Same.
If only, man, if only.
I told my parents I had trouble seeing, so they took me to the eye doctor and I pretended to have poor vision. I ended up wearing glasses I couldn't see out for a month before I finally confessed. I was a total idiot. Well, it did make you smarter at least. Son stood up at the top of the play structure and urinated off of it during recess time.
What?
Got these notifications at work from my 4-year-old. Booty butt, booty butt. A lot of booty butts. I tried turning on the TV and it wouldn't turn on. I opened the remote and found this. When I was 6, I used to sneak sugar out of these little paper packets. One day, I went to stick my finger into the packet and it was sour. I legitimately got scared that my parents poisoned me for being bad. Turns out it was just baking soda. Opens bottle of bleach. Nephew, how did you open it? I tried, but it didn't open. Oh, because it has a child safety lock. Children can't open it. Nephew looks at bottle in amazement. How did it know I was a child? My kid was upset about being in timeout, so she did the only logical thing her 4-year-old brain could think of, which was to act like a Pikachu using a thunder attack on me. Then we stared at each other in silence until she whispered, "Nothing is working. She's too powerful." My Bible teacher asked the class, what biblical character had a conversation with a donkey? And my little sister answered, Shrek.
I'm interested in this religion.
My most trash parent move ever was when my kids wanted to go to Legoland and I did not feel like it, so I called my best friend on speaker and she answered, "Thank you for calling Legoland. I'm sorry, but we are closed until after the holidays." I said, "See you, baby, they're not open." The kid looks like Darth Maul. I remember the day my 16-year-old swapped a vodka bottle in the freezer with water, but vodka doesn't freeze. So I found out a few days later when I saw that the bottle exploded inside the freezer. Me, laying on the couch, toddler. "Dad, I didn't go pee-pee anywhere. I want you to know I didn't." Me, getting off the couch. He thought a mouse glue trap was a phone. A fly landed next to him. Your
fair reaction.
Son, I'm not so upset about the single bites out of the cookie so much as when I caught him and said, "Stop!" and he quickly took one last bite.
Quick! Why don't you just eat an entire cookie? Taking one bite of each of them, just evil. this kid is gonna grow up to be like a cartoon villain, you know?
He was going through all of them. What is the stupidest way you've injured yourself? When I was a kid, we had a blue carpet in the living room. I had just watched some movie or show where the characters jumped into a painting, and I started thinking maybe if I believed really hard, the blue carpet would turn into a vast ocean. I climbed up on the recliner and swan dove into the floor. My 11-year-old said she wrote it backwards, so the aeroplanes can read it from the air. Don't ladle me. Nearly. Not kidding. Your daughter just poured a glass of water on her head while sitting on the couch, and I said, "Oh, why did you pour that on yourself?" And she goes, "Because I can and it feels nice."
Fair.
Can't argue with that. I remember showing my son pictures of brains when he was 5 and pointing at his head saying, "This is where your brain is." He proceeded to clutch his head in his hands and wail, "I don't want a brain." Alvin is the red chipmunk. Simon is the blue chipmunk. And the green one, I can't remember his name. No joke. The green one is the door, by the way. Doorbell rings. Neighborhood boy. "Hey, can my daughter play?" "She's at a friend's house." "I know, I saw her." "So why did you ring my doorbell?" He shrugs and leaves. I have felt uncomfortable before, but we were just passed by a slow-moving hearse and funeral cars. My son is dressed as the Grim Reaper. He waved. Glad this didn't exist when I was a kid. Wants you to approve this website. Watch a YouTube video without your parents knowing. My youngest at 6 sure is an artist. I love poop. I lie to my I lie to my child every Friday. This is my 4-year-old's first school year and he is in pre-K. He hates school so far and says it's boring, so I tell him that if he wakes up and goes to school without fighting me, he can stay home 2 days out of the week. During the week I remind him about our deal when he is misbehaving. He thinks I let him skip school on Saturday and Sunday because he's well behaved. She asked me to cut her sandwiches into triangles and I cut it into triangles, but she's still not happy. Parents just calling it like it is. It says Dumbo.
Oh, bruh, no way. Dumb heart.
My mum still brings up this story to me, never living it down. Yesterday I overheard my 2-year-old son saying, "Are you sure this is a good idea?" And my 5-year-old son replying, "Trust me." And I have never moved from one room to another so quickly in my life. Flashback to that time when I ate Play-Doh and the cameraman decided to take a picture. Kids say the darndest things. A kid came up to me and asked for a free cookie, and I said I can't do that. So he asked how he could get a free cookie. And I said if you come back later and we have a broken one, we'll give it to you. He goes, "Can I pay you $2 to break one on purpose?" The cookies are $1.50.
Bruh.
Beautiful message for Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, Soleil. I love my, it does not say white, it says something else family. Kid drew all over mum's Ralph Lauren purse. My 2 preschoolers just did this to an entire bag of cable ties. My 6-year-old begs me to play Minecraft with him and then does this the whole time to see his half of the screen better. Paper clips are hard. My kid took a bite out of the pie and filled the hole with potatoes to hide the evidence.
Oh my God, the evil plan, bro. This one tried to cover it up. That's crazy.
Parenting is okay, except for every once in a while when my 3-year-old requests ham hands, which is when she takes 2 handfuls of ham and eats it in the living room while she watches TV.
Fair?
The 6-year-old flatly refused to believe that we used to navigate using maps made out of paper. You mean like pirates? Just watched The Incredibles and told her our family had superpowers. Mum could fly, Aunt could fly, so someone can fly in the family, Mum could go invisible, and she was told that hers—
Oh my, what is, I can't understand this. What fucking language you fucking writing this, bro? Jesus.
were big farts and she's devastated. Was on the bus the other day and 2 kids about 10 were in front of me. One of them said that his parents wouldn't let him get a dog, so he used to stare at the sun to try and make himself blind so he could get a guide dog.
Jesus, bro.
No doubt he was waffling, but you have to admire his imagination. Just went into an 8-year-old's room to hear his Alexa replying to him with, "Here is poopy fart." Try asking for a squeaky fart. We gave him that device thinking it would be a source of valuable information and music for him.
Really? An 8-year-old phone Alexa. Look, let's be real. I can see my chat doing this as well, you know? The age doesn't really matter. They're not gonna use it for anything important.
I can play you more from my burp library. This is not what I intended. Oh my god. He wants me to pay £1.70 for an app that will let Alexa fart happy birthday to you. Not even his birthday.
Man.
My favorites: food, fried shrimp, color, aquamarine, animal, elephant. Subject, my 8-year-old...
What? Wait. Wait a second.
daughter met a girl at summer camp last year named Internet. I said, no way, that can't be her name. But my daughter has been adamant. For almost a year, we've been having this discussion. Antonetti? I just found out that's her name. I think I've read this meme before. My mum looks beautiful when that man come over and she give us, melatonin? People in the UK don't really use melatonin to go to sleep or just at all. At least I've never heard of people doing it here. I'm arguing with Mason because I can't be his wife. Conversation as follows. Mason, you're daddy's mummy. Me, no, I'm daddy's wife. I'm your mummy. Mason, you're my wife too. No, I'm not your wife. I'm your mummy. You will have a wife when you're older. Mason, crying and yelling, I want you to be my wife too. He's still upset and it's been 10 minutes. My kid is crying because I won't eat a piece of pizza crust that she's already chewed up. A guy's PS4 was ruined after his 6-year-old son wanted to play a nice dog game he found in the garage. My son just came up to me with a big bag of chips and said, Daddy, I can't eat this. This bag is broken, pointing to the open end of the bag. Me, thinking he was just being a 5-year-old and making a big deal out of some minor grievance. There's nothing wrong with it. Just eat the chips. I can't, the bag's broken. What does that have to do with the chips? I can't eat it because there's a hole in the bag. Yeah, that's how you open it. Here, give me the bag. He sighs and carefully hands it to me. I grab it by the open end and the chips immediately fall out the bottom. Both sides of the bag were open.
Oh, damn, man. It was actually broken.
Told you. You did tell me. When my youngest brother was little, he was being bullied and went to my parents for help. They told him, sticks and stones may break my bones. Then they asked him to finish the phrase and he said, but chains and whips excite me.
What? No! From the song! This is a Rihanna song! That's so funny! Oh my god!
Seriously thought that was the second part. This message was written on one of our city sidewalks today with sidewalk chalk. As a courtesy, we want to keep our citizens informed. Please, if you have any satin sheets or pillowcases, keep them under lock and key, as someone apparently wants to worship them. My mum ran a daycare out of our house when I was growing up. We usually had 3 to 4 extra kids around the house, as well as my older half-sister and I already living there. My mum took all of us to the grocery store once. I must have been around 6 years old. We went to the checkout line and the cashier says, wow, lots of kiddos. I look her in the eye and proudly exclaim, yup, and we all have different dads.
Oh my god. It's not wrong. She's not saying anything wrong, but man, it's not like how you're thinking.
My 11-year-old nephew gets a 69 hit combo in the shooter we're playing. Nephew, hey, 69, nice. Me, nephew, explaining to me like I'm an idiot. The number 69 is a meme and nobody knows why.
Nobody knows, but you know it. You shouldn't know. You're too young. It's good that you don't know.
This is so true. In school, and someone was saying 6, and I'm like, dude, what does that even mean? And he's like, I can't tell you. I didn't even know myself. It's just a funny number. It's been around for a while. Parents of Reddit, what's your best example of reverse psychology on your kids that actually worked? Took my 3-year-old son to one of those doctor visits where he was going to get a shot. He was worried about the shot the whole drive over, almost to the point of tears. We get to the doctor's office, and a nurse subtly lets me know that my son is not just scheduled for 1, but 5 of them in the same visit. I turn to my son with an exaggerated smile and tell him, good news. They figured out how to take that one big shot you were going to get, and instead break it up into these little 5 tiny shots so it won't hurt nearly as much. You could see the relief wash over his face. He stopped squirming and relaxed completely. He took the first shot and even smiled and said, it's true, the small ones don't hurt.
Damn.
We made it through the 3rd shot before the effect wore off and reality kicked in. Still, I counted it as a victory.
Yeah.
Hide and seek in my son's... Oh, I hope your son's okay. He must be getting better or feeling better if he's playing hide and seek. Let's go.